While most of the world sought a moment of peace on Easter Sunday, Donald Trump reportedly spent the holiday in the midst of what observers are describing as a psychotic meltdown. Rather than offering a traditional message of renewal, the former president took to social media to unleash a profanity-laced tirade directed at Iran, threatening catastrophic military action, while using language that shifted erratically between religious invocations and aggressive insults. This digital explosion comes at a time of heightened regional tension, as the administration finds itself embroiled in a conflict that critics argue is becoming increasingly costly and devoid of a clear strategic exit. The rhetoric began with Trump issuing a cryptic and terrifying ultimatum regarding the Strait of Hormuz. He declared that Tuesday would be Power Plant Day and Bridge Day, suggesting a coordinated strike on Iranian infrastructure if his demands were not met. In a post that stunned even his seasoned critics, he commanded Iranian leadership to open the strait, you crazy bastards, or face hell. The absurdity of the messaging was further compounded by Trump ending these aggressive outbursts with phrases like, "Praise be to Allah and glory be to God," a tonal whiplash that led Iranian state media to dismiss the American leader as a delusional lunatic, acting out of despair and anger. Despite Trump's claims that a diplomatic breakthrough is imminent, the reality on the ground appears far grimmer. The administration has spent days setting and then ignoring final deadlines for negotiations, a tactic many see as a transparent attempt to manipulate global markets. While Trump tells reporters at his Virginia golf course that a deal could happen before Tuesday, Iranian officials have remained steadfast, insisting they are not negotiating with him at all. They continue to demand full war reparations, security guarantees for their regional allies, and a complete withdrawal of U.S. forces from Middle Eastern bases, terms the Trump administration has yet to realistically address. Adding to the chaos is the staggering cost of recent military operations that the administration has attempted to spin as successes. A mission to rescue a downed F-15E pilot reportedly resulted in the destruction of between 6 and 10 major American aircraft, including two $100 million MC-130J transport jets, Reaper drones, and multiple helicopters. Iranian parliament leaders have openly mocked these losses, suggesting that if the United States continues to achieve victories of this nature, it will soon be utterly ruined. This discrepancy between the administration's narrative of air superiority and the reality of hardware being shot down by BB guns highlights a growing credibility gap that is worrying military analysts and lawmakers alike. The conflict is not contained to Iran, as the ripple effects are being felt across the region. Reports indicate major damage to residential buildings in Haifa following Iranian ballistic missile strikes, while a facility in Bahrain suffered a direct hit after a U.S.-provided Patriot missile reportedly malfunctioned and struck the very oil storage facility it was meant to protect. In Lebanon, Israeli strikes near a major hospital in Beirut have resulted in significant civilian casualties. Throughout this escalation, the American public is being fed a sanitized version of events by certain corporate news outlets. Critics argue the media is sanewashing the president's behavior, describing his erratic and potentially impeachable threats as merely unusually vivid, or a unique style rather than the dangerous outburst of an unstable leader. The domestic political response has been one of deep embarrassment and concern. Senator Tim Kaine and other officials have characterized Trump's rhetoric as juvenile and puffery that only serves to put American service members at greater risk. By bragging about potential war crimes to reporters and dismissing NATO as a paper tiger during a self-described test of the alliance, Trump has alienated international partners and left the American public questioning the existence of any coherent plan. As the latest fake deadline approaches, the nation remains on edge, watching a commander-in-chief who appears more interested in social media dominance than the gray realities of a burgeoning global conflict.